Hello, everyone. I am Adam Bradford, and thank you. Yes, thank you. We're going to get to you in a second, Matthew. Let me have my turn. All right. So, we are very happy to be here with a table full of incredible players for another edition of D&D Beyond Roleplay Roulette. So, the way that this works is these players have no idea whatsoever what they are playing. They have all come here completely unaware of what they're going to have to do for the next hour. So this is going to be a pretty tight game. So we're going to try to be choppy, but everyone is about to introduce themselves. And when they do, we're going to be, we are supposed to have characters. Yeah, we got characters. So characters are going to be coming to them. They have no idea what this is going to be. So they're going to introduce themselves. And then they're going to flip over the character sheet and tell everyone what they're going to be playing today. And then we're going to jump into our game and get as far as we can in an hour. We'll see how it goes. All right.
Woo!
Introduce thyselves.
Well, my name is Rachel, a.k.a. Seltzer. I've been your host here at the stream all weekend, and I am so excited to finally play.
Yay! All right, you got it?
Do I take one and pass it down?
No, just that is you.
This is me?
Flip. Oh, wait.
And now is the time I turn it over?
What happened? What happened? Oh, no.
We're doing
there
something
we go.
real
All right.
my
God.
So flip it.
Okay. Flip it.
Yes.
Flip it.
And my character is the bride
From Kill Bill.
from Kill Bill.
Nice. Very cool.
Bride from Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get
I see
married.
where we're going.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. Do you want me to read all the
No, that's totally fine. So the bride from Kill Bill.
Yes, I'm Amy Vorpal. I was just talking to Rachel before this, and I am playing Morgan Le Fay.
Nice.
Right, okay.
I don't know who that is.
I
I know
have-
it's
I
a
have-
pop culture reference.
I'm sure you will make up someone.
I have
so
no
this will be
idea.
great.
almost better.
Right. Okay, hello, I'm Tom Hazel. I'm from High Rollers, and today I'm... Oh.
All right,
very
we need to go this
nice.
way.
boy,
Can we
oh
help
boy.
pass that
I
I
one
am
down?
so nervous
There you
now.
go.
Right.
Okay. Hi, I am Hope Lavelle from Heroes of the Veil, and I am playing Lilu.
From the Fifth Element.
You cosplay. That's like
So jealous right now.
All right.
No. You should have
Let's
gotten
help
Lilu, I'm
out
sorry.
there. Let's
It is
see.
my favorite movie.
That one I don't know.
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element.
Multipass.
Oh, that's amazing. Double dunker. I am Pruitt from WebDM, and I will be playing Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, very cool.
If this is Shaggy, I'm not playing it.
That goes
All right,
to
my
Pruitt
name's Matthew
also.
Lillard. I'm an Aquarius. I like long walks. My name is Matthew Lillard, and I am playing Conan the Barbarian. I attack! I attack!
By
Roll
Crom.
and Nish.
I am sure you do. By Crom, you attack. All right. So we're about to get started. I'm going to give them, what do you need? About 10 seconds to acclimate to your new character? Is that- I'm sure it's fine. So ultimately, you all find yourselves after your latest adventure, because you're all adventurers, obviously.
Yeah.
You do cool things all the time, especially Morgan Le Fay.
Morgan Le Fay
so all
is-
the history behind Morgan and everything that she does.
Her.
Yes.
and all of her mountain climbing.
Yeah, so she gets finished with a mountain climbing quest, and as all of this happens, you all get sucked into a portal, and all of a sudden you can't see anything. It's black, and then this blinding blue light bursts out of nowhere, and you fall, and you keep falling, and you keep falling, and you look up, and you see this reddish kind of light in this portal, and you just come slamming down into some trash, and so you see unrecognizable elements of trash. A group of people come up to you like they're trying to eat you. They look like humanoids, but they have all kinds of armor on. It's just scraps and junk all over them. And then all of a sudden, this beautiful, beautiful woman with dark skin, with armor, walks out of what looks like some kind of craft that would convey people through the stars, and shocks all of you with a weapon, and you immediately just fall down to the ground. And when you wake up, you hear the screams of fans above you. You hear the thump of people waiting for some kind of entertainment.
Right.
And you know that you are in the pit
Yes!
of a gigantic arena
I love it.
with
Whoa.
fans everywhere around you. And you see this character made out of rock. Looks like living rock. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, yeah.
Are you new Doug?
Yeah. You're Doug or I'm Doug?
I'm not Doug.
Doug.
I don't remember my name.
I don't remember my name.
Why are you talking like me?
No, wait. I just got in to D&D Beyond. You're saying we land in a pit.
This ain't D&D Beyond. What's D&D Beyond?
Oh my
The
god.
official
We're in the
Digital 2
fighting
set
pit.
of Dungeons and Dragons.
Nice.
Oh, we're
No.
in the fighting pits.
I don't know. Who are you?
I got it. Took me a second. I'm Conan the Barbarian. I am your worst nightmare.
So
If
you're not Doug.
I'm not Doug. No.
Very well. And you,
Multipass.
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 I don't think that's going to do anything here. No, I don't think so. Oh my. It's another one. Kind of like Doug. He went that way before he went out.
Big bada boom.
Big bada boom. Yeah,
Big
that sounds
bada
about right.
boom.
Yeah. So, listen, if all of you are still alive after all this, well, maybe go, I don't know, play some Fortnite or something. You know, like,
Fortnite.
I'm not quite sure what that is.
yeah.
Alive
so,
after all this. What's
Fortnite
all
is
this?
a week.
so you're about to go in the arena, and they call him the Gold Bloom. He's going to make you fight, and it's going to be real dangerous. And, you know, there's going to be some really scary monsters. And,
Are you going to come with us at least?
no, I already got done fighting.
Oh, you did?
I'm
How'd
just
you
the
do?
opening act. Yeah.
How'd you do?
I killed him, like, real bad, like, you know, kind of across
You
here.
don't need to show me.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. So we're going to get started in just a second. And, you know, yeah, hello there. And he runs off. And then you guys hear the ramp.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Open up.
Listen, I'm the meat shield. I'm going to run in first. Everyone circle around, and you attack from the sides, attack from the angles, yes?
Yes.
Do what you do and do it well. I'm going to take as much damage as I can. When I die, I want you to sing of me in song.
Single you?
Sing.
Sing to
Sing,
you.
sing
Sing
of
to
my
you.
heroics.
In a song.
No, sing of my heroics when I
Oh.
die.
When
Write a
you
song.
die, what,
But
this,
you don't want to be
this
single
isn't-
in the song.
Yeah,
No, don't.
So he's just
Okay.
going right in that he's going to die. I
yeah,
like that.
you're,
Die.
you're
Okay.
speaking of this as if it's going to happen.
I grab my sword, which I think I have,
You
and I
do?
charge in.
All
He's
right.
going to die.
So you charge in
Yeah.
up the ramp. And as you emerge, you see that there is sand for 500 feet in any
Sand
direction.
and 500 feet?
Sand and gravel, 500 feet in every direction. And you see just thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of people screaming. People are taking their shirts off, and people are
Okay.
acting completely nuts at this event. They are ready for blood. And what do the rest of you do?
Question, what's behind? I look back. What is behind us? What are our other options?
You have no options to do anything else because we only have an hour, Rachel, and you have to move forward and go into the arena.
I spit, wipe my mouth, and
Yes! Follow me, sister!
I with my mountain climbing skills, climb up the ramp, and then also climb out into the arena.
Very, very good. And Morgan Le Fay being part of what, you know, was Britannia and the Legend of King Arthur and everything.
Right.
You're doing this very
On
From
a
the
horse,
Lady in the
very
Lake.
much on a
Yes.
horse.
I'm
climbing on a horse. You heard it
There
here.
you
I
of
am-
course.
Yes,
So
Yes,
she
it's
has a
like-
horse somehow.
Yeah, did they tase the horse at the
No.
start as well?
Oh,
Like,
they taste. Yeah.
No,
so
they
Okay.
supplied the horse, I think,
Oh,
actually.
they supplied the horse.
Probably.
Yeah, it
Right?
isn't. This isn't my horse. I'm getting to know
Oh,
this
right,
horse.
okay.
My goal is to bond with my horse.
and tame
Oh.
it.
So as you're bonding
One
with
of
the
those
horse, what's the
plot
horse's name? Surely you've
this
gotten that
this
far.
horse's name is Sugar.
Sugar.
Oh,
Okay.
just like
So
Morgan Le
ferocious.
Fay.
yeah.
Ferocious.
Yeah.
It is a honey chestnut color horse.
Very well.
We're all gonna
Fan
die.
art. We want the fan
Yeah.
art. All right. And so, what is everyone else doing?
Well, I guess I pull out my rapier. That's what I have. And I swish it through the air a couple of times. And just any foe that faces Zorro. Is this the voice he has?
Yes, it is now.
It is
It is now, obviously.
Definitely fall as I guess slice a Z into his chest.
I think you're supposed to roll the R's maybe, but no, you didn't.
Zorro.
Very good.
I
Two other
immediately
people.
produce my own chest and allow you to put the Z in my chest.
I just etch it in very delicately.
No, don't delicately. Look at me, I'm ripped.
Well, here we go.
I'll take 2 damage.
Okay, you're
I need to
literally
roll for
ripped
this.
now. What are you two
Okay,
doing?
Lilu looks along at everything is just overwhelming, and she turns and she sees a dead body with a sword in it, and she pulls this long sword and she looks at everyone and she just goes, big bada boom, and she charges. Yes.
Seeing no other options, I'm forced to look around and speak, well, it's, the game is afoot then. And just slowly stroll up there, knocking my pipe out and reloading it.
So as Sherlock Holmes brings up the rear, as you emerge over the ramp, you all see again sand and gravel, 500 feet in any direction, fans everywhere. You notice that the sky is kind of this just odd pinkish red color, and you just kind of realize that this is not a place that you want to be. I mean, it feels like you might be in hell, or the hells, or possibly the 9 hells at this point in time. And that is further cemented by the visage that greets you now. This illusory giant bust appears ahead of you. Bust. Yes.
Okay.
And you see the bottom part of this bust is just enough of the chest that you see flowing chest hair just kind of coming out over the top
Dang.
of the bust.
Right.
And you see with kind of these visor-like glasses. Well, hello. Thank you so much for being tonight's entertainment. I really believe that, life will find a way, and you'll emerge victorious here. And if you don't, we'll all be very, very happy with seeing you bleed to death. Good luck. And then the visage disappears, and you see a gate opposite of you open.
I go into a rage.
All right. Just go on and do it.
If anyone has any, I'll say it out loud. Spread out. If anyone has any buff spells, use them now. Look at your character sheet. Go to spells.
There's no option.
Any buffs?
Multipass.
Actually, that is a good call.
Yeah, thanks.
I will cast Mage Arm on myself and me horse.
Wait. Way to work for the team. Way to make it better for everyone.
It's all about sugar. Oh my god.
All right. So
Right?
the
That's
horse,
what you wanted, right?
the
Come
horse
on.
and the sorceress, very well
For sure.
protected at this point in time.
I'm glad the horse is safe. I will last 1 round in the middle of the battlefield.
Dust is flying everywhere as this gate is opening up on the other side, and you see on the other side, you hear what sounds like just this really, really deep snarl for a moment. But then you realize that was just somebody out in the crowd, and then you feel much, much better, and it wasn't a snarl. But you see these little jellyfish-like creatures, because somewhere in another dimension, someone had an encounter builder challenge today, and someone won the challenge
Oh my
with
gosh.
a really interesting encounter. And for some reason, when a butterfly flaps its wings on the other side of the planet, you get an encounter from whoever won that, right? And
Thanks,
so
Lauren.
this this jellyfish-like creature begins to float up, and it's the cutest jellyfish you've ever seen in your life, and it's got these little tendrils kind of coming out, and then you see 6 others float up, and then they start floating towards
Can I
Speak with
throw a
animals.
boomerang?
you. Say again?
I want to boomerang them.
Boomerang.
Wait, before you do that,
But before I do that, I noticed the barbarian.
I cast speak with. I'll take my sword and a flourish and go to one knee, and I'll say, even though I'm in a rage,
Yeah.
which means I'm sweaty and it's
Yeah.
just off the rage.
Yeah.
I'll say,
Hard to
I
concentrate.
mean you no harm.
I say, and I
but-
do.
But jellyfish, and I cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. So you begin kind of chanting, and is that even something? We're going to say that's something you can do.
No,
it's
Oh,
literally,
you can.
It's
You
literally.
can. Outstanding. Oh, you are a totem
Ladies and
warrior.
gentlemen
I
at
love
home,
it.
I would never lie in the
Of
game
course,
of Dungeons and Dragons.
Matthew Lillard would never lie.
Right there.
So
East and C- yeah.
excellent. And so the totem warrior barbarian kneels down and starts chanting some ancient druidic language. And ultimately, as you're doing so, you realize that these are not animals at all. And so this is going to do absolutely no good.
Oh.
So I sucked up that round, and I hope everyone's cast.
I mean,
Another buff.
boomerang.
We're going to go ahead and roll initiative,
Right.
and you get to act in the surprise round since you already.
Sorry, I'm.
No,
Oh.
you're
Mind if
good.
I
Roll
use
initiative.
We were.
Let's do it.
We have
Oh,
1 hour to
dang.
kill many
We do,
jellyfish.
we do.
For who is this for?
This is well, I don't know. It's for whatever
Who
you
came
do.
up with the adventure?
Oh, this was an Encounter Builder Challenge winner. All lawful good creatures.
Is this a flump?
It is a flump.
Millions of flumps.
All right.
I love
so,
that.
what do we got? Let's just go
I
around
changed
here.
my
What do you-
horse's name to Flump.
10.
10.
12.
17.
24.
Ooh, 5.
Oh, 13 plus 3 is 16.
Okay, so it sounds like you're first.
Right. Well, but the surprise round
Yeah,
boomerang.
the surprise
Why
round.
would you go that way down?
That sounds great. Let's do it. All right, you go first. Boomerang.
So right as he starts chanting and realize the dawn of realization I can see comes over him that he can't communicate with these things, and I don't know if this is going to piss them off that he's talking to them, so I whip my boomerang around and just kind of watch it.
All right, so as you watch it, so
You know,
Oh,
watch your
awesome.
shot.
I love-
Classic basketball.
this gate is at least 500 feet away from you, and so you throw the boomerang and it goes out into just clean air, and then it comes back to you, and you all realize that you have to move a long way before you can get to the
But they understand my threat.
flumps. So then you start moving towards the flumps,
It's valid. That's
and
very
then,
valid.
and then we're going to pick up again with the bride. Yeah.
So I take my boomerang and I pause, trying to make it look intentional.
Yeah.
And then I say, "Follow me!" And I walk in and take another. How far can I can't get
We're
that
going
far.
to montage the 10 rounds it would take you to get the
Wait,
500 feet.
but that, wait,
But it's
as,
all in slow motion, right?
as
Of
we
course.
do the 10 rounds, if we're casting something, now is the time to cast.
I
right?
got
Like,
none.
I've got no spells.
We'll allow
at all.
that, yes.
We're
does anyone
all
have any
fighters.
spells?
Conan, you know if I had something to
That
protect
you would cast it on the horse. Yes, I do. They give us no
What, say again?
spellcasters. That's so rude.
I mean,
I'm a sorcerer.
Yeah.
I just am not the kind of sorcerer you're looking for.
Yeah.
So you're useless. Completely, 100%.
So as you get
I
a
am
little
very
bit closer to the flumps, you actually hear that they are all, well, you hear in your minds telepathically, all right? And these creatures are highly telepathic, so nothing is moving except their tendrils kind of floating in the wind, but you hear a telepathic song, a beautiful chorus. We represent the Flump Guild, the Flump Guild, the Flump Guild.
my
And they're
God.
just singing as they come closer and closer and closer to you. All right?
Conan, smash.
What do you do, the bride?
The bride is a little unfamiliar with telepathic communication, so she's looking for the source of this, and she's gonna pull out and ready her longsword. Can I ready in action to see if anything crosses the melee
Nice.
barrier?
Absolutely.
I will do
so
such things.
you plan to attack the first creature that is hostile towards you.
Yes, the
Go
first
through.
thing hostile towards me because I don't know what the hell's going on, and I'm
Got it.
very mad.
All right. Morgan.
Yes, if I'm near enough, if I'm 60 feet away, I
That,
would love to
yes.
get as many flumps as possible in a web in a 20-foot cube.
Okay, you should be able to get, they are small creatures, so we're going to say that you can get at least 4 of them in that.
Okay, sweet. And I would like the web to come out of my horse's butt.
Your horse runs around, spins, kicks up its back legs, and web comes out of its
Sugar.
sugar out of sugar, and it just glops all
It's like
over
cotton
where
candy.
these flumps are. What do? They get to save.
They have a Dex 15, DC 15.
They succeeded on that saving throw. So
Okay.
you see these flumps start to spiral. It's almost like Neo
Whoa.
in the Matrix, which Morgan knows all about. And so the webs just go right around them. Any effect on save?
I don't know web very well, and
No.
it's very limited what it says
Well,
on
you
the
know,
sheet,
there
so-
is this tool set called D&D Beyond.
Huzzah!
Oh, yeah, that sounds
Able-
incredible.
greatest
You look up
invention in modern
spells,
times.
pretty quickly and easily. So I'm going to do that real super quick.
I'll do
And
that.
so
I'll
I
look
would
up web
say
for you if you
that
keep
there
going.
is nothing happening if they say. So
Okay.
ultimately, Zorro, what are you doing?
So
you see a horse out of its.
Yeah,
and-
I choose to ignore that. So they are how far away from us?
They're within whatever you want to do range.
Okay, well, so I've got fancy
I love that
footwork
range.
as a feat. No, sorry, not as a feat, but as a swashbuckler. So I want to, obviously, with this rapier,
Yes.
I want to charge right through, I guess, the area that they're in.
Okay.
But as I'm crossing them, giving her a couple of slashes as well, and they won't get attack of opportunity against me.
That is true. Yes.
And as in my wake, I leave behind, obviously, as many Zeds as I can.
Okay. All right. No,
Um,
wait. What is this Z thing? Are you saying the letter Z?
Oh,
Is this?
oh, yikes!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I got
It's
it.
a Z.
I
Apparently.
met him today. Like, so anyway, all right.
All right. Yeah, I was going to say, there's 2 English characters, by the way. You gave me Zorro. So should I make an attack with that one?
All right, yeah.
So,
Attack
yeah.
the poor defenseless flump.
That's a 13 to hit.
That definitely does it.
Nice. 8 damage.
8 damage. I believe you might get sneak attack damage as well, since
Oh, will
no
I?
other,
Ooh.
no one else is within range here.
I don't know what that is. I've just looked at 3d6.
3d6.
Yes.
Oh. That's a 5, 3, 1, so 9 extra damage.
All right. So what happens to this flump that just died by your blade?
What just died to my blade? So I guess they're just like gelatinous mass, aren't they, really?
They are. They're very
So
cute, though.
Remember
what
that too.
Z I just carved into them, I guess just flops into a pile on the floor.
Okay.
And just behind me, I'm obviously brandishing the rapier forwards, looking at, I guess, the middle distance, and this slump behind me, which is meant to be a Z, is actually just spaghetti.
You're a monster. All right. Anything else on your turn, Zorro?
I think that's
All
everything.
right. Lilu,
Where are we in the arena? Are we now in like the center?
you
Or
are
towards-
probably close to the center at this point. The flumps move a little bit slower.
Okay.
And so-
Where is this curly-chested head man?
Well, you don't see that. It was just
It was a
kind of
screen?
an illusion. Almost looked like, lots of dots put
yes,
together
I
in
see,
this
I see.
illusion, and they just dissipated. And you do see, however, that there is a mighty tower.
Yep, going towards
reaching-
that.
Going towards. In what way are you going towards?
I'm going to.
It's in the air.
No, it is part of the structure, and it
Okay.
is behind where the flumps were coming from.
Okay. So we would have to get to a wall, climb the wall to get to the structure.
That's right.
Okay.
As your eyes settle on the wall, as this plan begins to hatch, you see that the wall looks pretty shiny.
Well,
Like it-
lucky for you, you have a mountain climber in
It
your
looks like this window did when Matt licked it earlier.
By the
Don't
way,
know why
I'm
that
sure
happened.
We have millions and millions of viewers now after
Yes.
the licking. I do
Yeah.
apologize. That was gross.
It was so gross.
You can't
I
buy that
actually-
kind of content, all right?
You have
Top
no
tier,
idea
buddy.
what's on that window.
I mean, it's
Matt.
been cleaned since. I know that much.
Lilu is not interested in these poor little defenseless creatures. She is looking for the puppet master, the one behind this. So she is going to spend her action. She's just going to run as far as she can.
Towards the wall?
Yes, I'm going to try to get around the flumps.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That'll be my
Fantastic. As you get closer and closer to the flumps, it's the telepathic energy of their song. We represent. It just is deafening mentally to you right now. But you make it past and you continue to run towards the wall. What is Sherlock Holmes doing?
Sherlock is very annoyed with this whole situation, and so he would have pulled out his bow, and when Zorro there ran forward, followed in his wake, and fired at one of them.
All right,
while
very
they're
well. Let's
engaged.
see how that goes for Sherlock.
Probably not very well.
Missing miserably.
11.
All right, so actually missing barely, but still miss. And the arrow, is it a crossbow or a short bow?
Short bow.
Yeah, of course Sherlock has a short bow, not a revolver, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so short bow zooms past the flump. The song continues in your head. It's almost like they're taunting you at this point. And you notice as the arrow continues to fly that a horn kind of calls out at this point in time. And you see another trio emerge from the top of the ramp. And you see that they are almost conducting. Two of them are conducting on either side. And it looks like they are trying to shout things at these flumps, which the flumps probably can't even hear them from where they are, but you see the middle one is just blowing on this horn, and you hear motion and momentum from behind, but you don't know what the sound is. What do you do, Conan?
We're hearing momentum from the behind us now.
Yeah, it's just movement. It's shuffling. It's something large.
I will disengage from the frumps and head. I will say to that one who's running, "You're running away from a great fight. It'd be great if you could run to the fight, not away from the fight." And then I will turn my heels. I'll grab my sword back out of the sand, and I will head from whence we came to take on what is now coming from our six. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right,
It
and I
makes
will
a
take
lot
a
of
double
sense.
speed. I'll take a double action.
Okay.
And I don't feel like I got that far the first time.
Well, we had a montage, though, Matt. So
Fair enough. I'm
Yeah.
going to montage back.
I will use my spell.
I'll let you montage over the next 5 rounds
Well,
back.
we
No,
didn't
I'm just
really
joking.
do- well,
I'm just-
we didn't really do anything in the montage.
That
I
i-
to
that is
our-
very true.
To our set, we didn't really cast anything except for sugar, but
I mean, let's be
webs
real. I
up
made
her
this arena far too big, so it
Right.
should have been just 30 by 30,
butt.
right?
That'd be great
And then
if,
it could-
we,
yeah.
if we
So-
all had horses. It'd
So
be amazing.
ultimately, so you start going back
Go
and
back.
you hear the noise, but you still don't see what it is
Okay,
yet.
is there any way, just real quick, as I'm running full speed, my chest is bouncing, pecs
Yeah.
are like
And
glistening,
bleeding, and it's no longer a
Schwarzenegger's
Z.
like-
It's just
Yeah.
There's moments like this. I wish I had better abs because I would take this shirt off and I would just, for the viewers at home,
Yeah,
I would just
I mean,
give
you know,
all the magic.
it's
But I don't have-
PG-13. I
I'm
guess
almost
that
50.
yeah.
It's not very nice. I'm going to head back and I'm going to try to look for a mechanism to disengage or some kind of device to lower a gate to stop whatever's coming in.
Ah, very clever. But you see nothing at all
Awesome.
on
Now
the outside.
prepare to die in reckless battle.
So you're moving toward the loud sound. All right.
Is
There's
there
nothing
only one
worse in combat that you just run away from or run to.
So who is still with the flumps at this point?
I think
you
I'm-
are
I
Yeah.
am.
ready, and
I webbed them, but I'm
yes,
still there.
you're
I'm
still around,
Yeah,
and
I'm
as is
through one of
Zorro,
them.
I shot
You're
at one.
you're still pretty far away. All right, so definitely a couple start to enter your space, and you do have a readied action to attack. Are you going to use your reaction to use that? Okay.
Freaking-lutely.
All right. So you attack a flump. Let's see how that goes.
8 plus. What's my fighting one?
Let's see. So it'd be the katana, right?
Katana. 14.
Good time.
14. So you slice into this flump. Let's see what kind of damage.
This seems, and I'll scream out as you drop another one. This seems too easy.
1 plus 4.
So 5 points of damage. So you slice
3.
off just
I do
kind of.
4.
Is that right?
1 plus 3.
1 plus
Sorry.
3. Got it.
Bad
All right.
with numbers.
So you slice off literally half of the flump, and it flops to the ground. And so as this happens, you notice that now the song has just the slightest lisp to it. Okay, so it's like we left the fence, and it's like it's just not able to concentrate anymore on its telepathic chorus, but it still is alive. all
Which
right?
half?
Well, it's
It's like a 49,
roll
51
a
kinda?
percentile die. Which half are we talking about here?
The 50.
Half of it.
All the way half.
It is the half.
Yeah, it's just the weak connection of the two sides.
The
is
right,
screwing it up.
the right half has fallen.
I got it.
The left half is still there. So,
Left is on the singing side.
I mean, is it left brained or right brain? You know, I get those really,
Is it
really
brain?
So that was my ready
Yeah,
action.
I don't know.
Do I
actually.
get an actual like battle action?
Well,
then?
it's still their turn. So
Oh,
that's what
oh,
you did on
oh,
their
oh,
turn
oh, oh.
because you were ready.
Got it.
And they're going to still come. And so you see a couple float past you going towards Sugar
Oh.
and Morgan
Yep.
as well. And Zorro, a couple
Yeah.
surround you.
Oh.
And you see almost inspired by the horse potentially, they kind of spin and their little tendrils go out. And then you see,
Oh no.
and they spray at you.
Ah.
All right.
Taught
So-
them this, Sugar. You taught them this.
so you need to make dexterity saving throws
Sure.
and make
All of
them at least average.
16. 16.
Nice.
17.
All right.
Nice.
So there was a 10 that was needed for that. So
wow.
everyone is successful, but you do smell it as it goes past. You know, just kind of like a little Doppler effect. You know, and it's wretched, and you understand that's not something you want to work with in the future. But see, these flumps see that you guys were the aggressors, and basically, if you really turned the tables here, perhaps the flumps were sucked away from whatever their adventure was, and then they got placed into an arena with vicious beasts coming to attack
I don't know
them.
if we need
And
a
so,
flump
wait, were we the
apologist
bad
here. I don't know.
so the flumps continued
By
to
the
go.
way, I put my sword in the thing and tried to talk to him in a rage.
That's very, very good.
Thank you.
And they're not animals.
I'm still not convinced that I'm not in an opium trip right now.
You might be, Sherlock. You might
Sugar's
be.
web smelled like cotton candy if we're doing smells.
Okay, all right, very well. This smelled like skunk mixed with body odor mixed with, toilet water.
Ah.
So
that's
it's very, very
Thank
bad.
you.
All right,
like
so,
high-grade kush.
so
my
ultimately
nose
these
off.
flumps continue, and then you see these horn callers kind of quickly montage to where next time they might be in play. And then you continue to see that there are a couple of people holding satchels and sacks as they walk out. And you see a little cross on each of the bags. And it looks like there's some kind of healer. And the two of them run out really, really quick. I'm sorry, I'm working with what I got here, folks. And then you see finally a little dog emerge. And then you see the dog blink out of existence and then is further down the field when it comes back into view, and it continues to run towards you all. So at this point in time, we have these three horn callers running towards you. We have another person that just looks like a normal person for a little while, but then all of a sudden their bones start to break and they start kind of just shedding their skin and feathers appear in place of it. And a were-raven, again, encounter builder challenge.
were-raven?
Were-raven, emerges and starts to run towards you all. So you are at this point in time outnumbered, at least if you count the flumps. And they're all coming towards you, but that's all that they do on this turn, and it is back to the bride.
How many flumps remain?
There are,
Down to the percentage point?
it would be 5.5. Math is hard.
Yeah, the bride is a little taken aback by how many people are now in the arena that she cannot determine are on her side. She's going to cut these numbers down a little bit. So, can my boomerang hit more than one target if they're close
We're
together?
going to say yes today.
Yes.
Yes, today.
So you're going to roll a 6-sided die, and whatever you roll on that is how many you could hit with
Nice.
this attack roll.
Wow.
Oh.
And
So
you see
you
they
could
put the
also
line on,
hit
so you know.
yourself
Nice.
since it's 5.5. All right, here we go. Let's see how this goes.
So, the bride's going to look around, her eyes half-lidded. She's pretty upset by this situation. She's got her long sword in one hand, but she's got that boomerang she originally threw.
She was supposed to get married.
She was supposed to get married, but not to these flumps. And everything's very close. And she thinks if she just throws it with a perfect arc, math, numbers flying before her face, she wings it.
Well, let's see how she did.
Is that the sound of a boomerang?
She
Make
hits
That
it.
was good.
No, single attack roll.
Single
Yep,
attack
there we go. Let's see if it hits.
14.
Yes, it did.
Nice.
So it hits all the flumps. Roll damage on that boomerang. Let's see how bad off these flumps are.
Am I not amongst the flumps?
You are amongst them, but she threw it with such precision.
Oh,
That's the other half that
Incredible.
she got on the 6.
Oh, nice.
We'll say it a little bit.
4, 2, 2, 6, 3.
What is going on? You're
That is
rolling
kinda
way too many
boomerang,
dice.
isn't
No,
it?
I'm just
Incredible.
joking, I'm just
that's
joking.
in
Keep
6
going,
flumps.
keep going, keep going.
Minimum
90.
damage I do to one is 5, and the maximum damage I do to him is
Okay,
11.
so I heard that the minimum damage you did to them is 7, and
That's what I
yeah,
said,
okay,
yeah,
so
that's
yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
you
Is it
said.
me?
And
Amazing.
so ultimately, we represent the flump, give the flump, and then you hear these strange gurgling sounds for just a moment as these magnificent, beautiful, cute creatures all flip over and then slowly descend to the ground,
Nice.
dead, pummeled by Boomerang.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
All right.
Is this where I get the baby?
I don't know.
I
What do
caress
you
my
think?
pregnant belly. In pride. I don't remember at this point of the story if she's pregnant or not.
Sure she is.
No,
she
she's
is,
not. Never
She's
mind.
not.
It's probably best
In
if
my
she
imagination.
This is the
We're outta
flashback, the
here.
bride. Anyway.
I flew the boomerang.
Okay, so Morgan, what do? You
do-
see Flump murder
Yes,
before
I
you.
do, and I enjoy it. Do I just that horn thing that guy was blowing? Does that seem to have an effect on anything?
It seems like it is making his allies tougher
Oh, really?
because allies, every time it blows, they kind of just do
Oh, they
their
do?
shoulders.
All right,
you know,
who's
like-
the toughest looking of them all?
Well, that would be Fred,
Yeah.
who is one of the people conducting right there.
Well, what I would like to do to Fred is cast deafness on him, so
Nice.
so he no longer can hear the horn.
Okay, all right.
And as long as
What
I can
kind of-
see him, he
what kind of save is that?
15 Constitution.
He fails
Nice.
that.
Nice.
So Fred is not so tough, right?
Right.
And so he all of a sudden, so how's this spell?
So the spell works. Sugar runs up to him, whinnies in his ear, the loudest horse whinny you ever did hear, and it renders him completely deaf. I've just amped it up with magic.
Amped it up with magic,
Yeah.
right? So whinny like you guys have never
Like
heard,
this.
right? Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's
I
good
think
work.
yeah, that was pretty good.
Inspiration.
So okay, inspiration. You gain inspiration because Matthew Lillard said. All
I
right,
think that's great.
inspiration.
You're
All
a
right.
great DM.
Of
You're
course,
a
I
great
am.
game master.
All right, so you whinny right in this poor fellow's ear,
Yes.
and he is so deaf at this point in time that he just falls over, also prone,
Oh my
and
gosh.
possibly dead at this point in time because we only have an hour.
Amazing.
All right,
dead.
so
Amazing.
I think you just blew his brain up.
You got sugared.
That will never catch on.
You might want to
That will
workshop
never
that.
catch on.
Just a little
I
workshopping.
have
That is
We'll see.
that's
We'll
a
see.
hashtag that will never, ever.
What are you doing,
I gotta
Zorro?
tweet something real quick. Unrelated.
So, man, what's left? The hornblower.
So there are two, well, a hornblower and then another shoulder shrugger. And then you see a were-raven coming at you, and then you see there's some kind of noise coming towards Conan. barbarian.
Conan can
Yeah,
deal with that.
obviously he can.
So I guess like I've just ducked a boomerang as well, but I see the hornblower and I like pull out my. I have a longbow apparently, no
Sure.
short bow, and I'll obviously. There's a camera somewhere, I imagine. I
Yeah.
wink at it.
Oh,
Watch
of course.
this, and I
Yeah.
pull that, and I'm aiming directly for the horn as he blows it.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Let's see how that goes.
Badly, I think. Greatly. 23.
23.
Yeah.
All right. So that definitely hits. Roll the damage there.
Okay. Do I get sneak attack on that as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course you do.
We only have
We
an
only-
hour.
No one aims for the
Yeah.
horn.
We
That's
also
sneaky.
20 minutes left.
Inspiration.
Man, rogues are powerful. 5, 6, 11, 14, 24 plus 6, 30 damage?
Yeah. Okay. So
I think I rolled way too many.
The
but
arrow goes through the horn
Yeah.
and through his mouth.
does it connect the
Falls
two?
over dead, and as he's falling, the arrow, still just kind of coming out of his head, falls over and also stabs into the one next to him
Oh.
For one.
on his foot, and so he's just completely stuck, and he's kind of screaming in pain at this point in time.
Nice.
What's Lulu
Man.
doing?
Lilu's reaches to a halt when she hears this noise behind her. I'm guessing that this wall doesn't have. I thought maybe in gladiator like domains there's like gates on both sides, but I'm guessing there's not a gate ahead of us.
No, there are actually 4 gates, but the 2 that are open are where you came from and the one in front of you.
Lila looks and she just kind of snarls, and then she turns around and she's going to run her full distance back, take her action to run, and then I'm going to do an action surge to run even further to try to catch up to these people. I don't know how many distances I need to get to if I can use one of that action surge to actually attack something. But
so which one would you like to attack? The were-raven or the blink dog or
the were-raven?
Okay,
close enough?
all right. You are definitely close enough.
Yes,
of course you
1
are.
hour. I love it.
1 hour.
So, Lilu will jump in the air and come down with let's see here. Just a
You grab the sword, right?
It's a long sword.
All right.
So I will do a
So roll the attack roll.
nat 20.
Nat 20.
Throw a chair.
How does
Throw
this
a chair.
were-raven get skewered on your sword?
It's just gonna be one of those like super clean swipes as she comes down so fast that like it doesn't even move, and then it slowly just.
Oh, were-raven
Very
Bride
nice.
nods in approval.
thinks that it's okay. It begins to take another step and splits apart. Feathers everywhere. Sherlock.
Oh, wait, hang on. Where was the split?
Huh?
We need to roll a percentile to see where the split was.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Do that while
Right.
he's going.
70%.
Okay, so it
Nice.
was obviously the left side.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
I'm
callback.
live tweeting. I just want you to know I'm not calling anyone. I'm trying to live tweet.
It's
I
totally
am
fine.
almost 50. I've never live tweeted anything in my life. I'm live tweeting.
It kind of shows right now,
I'm
Matt.
not very good at it.
So I was gonna go for the how's it going? I was gonna go for the were-raven, but I'm gonna fold that into my action and it be my insightful fighting to
Okay.
deceive the blink dog
Oh.
and basically shoot my arrow, like move so I can shoot my arrow at the raven. It's now dead and the arrow keeps going to
Straight through.
Oh.
Wow.
I got
Sherlock.
a
Man, like I almost don't even want you to roll. I don't want you to mess this up with a roll.
well, that was a
Let's do it.
15 on my
Somebody-
Let's do
deception
it,
skill.
Inspiration.
yeah.
Anything.
Uh,
Oh my
Lie to me. Lie to me.
Oh yeah, that looks
Is that
great.
a 1?
No, it was a 3, but
No, it's a 19.
and it's a 19 after.
It's a
Matt-
19.
Matt
That's perfect.
Great job,
Yeah.
Matt.
Wow. First try.
Yeah.
Conan with the assist.
So with the short bow, that's d6 plus 3d6 sneak. So that's going to be 14. 16 plus 3 is 19 damage.
So what happens to this poor blink dog that
This
just
poor
kinda just
innocent
showed
blink
up there.
dog that just is coming at me in a very violent fashion. I remember I was working this case one time. And, you know what? Never mind. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, it just kind of pops into place at a perfect spot because I realized that it teleports 22 feet every single time, and so I measured that
Oh, that's good.
exactly.
The
Excellent.
velocity of
All right,
saying
So it
So-
actually materializes around the arrow.
Oh, wow.
and you just
Oh,
hear it
that's
for
good.
just a moment, just and then cut completely short, and the blink dog goes down hard.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
Now that we've
What
killed
is
all the good
Conan
guys.
doing?
Conan's really frustrated
Yeah, it would
because
be.
he's run to the battle first. Everyone else has killed things, and then he's run away from the battle, and there's nothing to kill. That's just not what Conan did.
This is hell.
Well, that's exactly what he did, actually. But yeah.
But this is like, it's hurtful. So how close am I to...
You hear the sound, and you might see a little bit of like nostrils coming up over the ramp now, and smoke, puffs of smoke
Oh no.
come out.
Great, I don't know what that is. So I'm going to... I will then again take my long sword and stick it in the sand, and I will say, "Bring on to me imminent death."
All right.
Does he ever use that sword?
And
Is that all you do this round? Okay.
Okay.
You're going to try to attack, like you want to set up a condition, like you want to attack it if it gets close to you,
Oh
or
yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold my action.
ready in action. Got
Ready
it.
in
All right.
action.
So,
The
all
sword
right.
is
So
his Costello.
you're going to. So as this happens, you hear, bring death, and then you see this red dragon just kind of step up.
You said a red
Over,
dragon,
yeah, red dragon. Nostrils, puffs of smoke.
but you saw like there was fluffy stuff on the other side that we killed with a boomerang.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why we're over there.
And
You
then
will-
we have a red
different.
dragon.
I mean, they're different, completely different places, Matt.
I disbelieve.
So,
I
you
disbelieve.
disbelieve, and the dragon completely disappears just because I love your classic
No, no, no.
reference. No, dragon comes out and breathes
Okay.
fire right at you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
That's rude. Never in doubt, take it right in the face.
Oh my
Well, you're a
God.
barbarian. You get an advantage on dexterity.
I do
saves.
get an advantage on dexterity.
If
I've
you
never
saw
run
it,
a
I'm sure your
barbarian,
eyes were
and that's
closed.
an 18.
All right.
Plus many plus 2, so 20.
Okay, so you only take 50 points of damage.
Thank you very much.
Only
Don't
50.
worry about it.
Especially
All
the
right.
Other two you took.
So,
You asked for this.
By the way, I will tell you something. If I didn't take the Z in the chest, I'd still be up.
Well, you're raging though.
I am raging, so I get my con bonus.
no, you get resistance
I
to the
will say
damage
this.
coming. So
I've
you
never
take.
run a barbarian.
Yeah,
so
that's
at
totally
home,
fine.
before
Well,
you
I mean,
live
that's the
tweet
point.
Me how
Are you-
dumb I am. I know I'm
Are
dumb.
you
Yeah.
past
He's
the?
raging.
Are
He
you
also
past
can't
the
die
bear?
until his rage is over,
He took
right?
49
I
AP
think that's just
damage.
a berserker.
Oh, okay. it's
But-
Berserker.
I don't even know what he is. All right, so you take 25 points of damage, it sounds like.
All right, great. Okay.
All right, and you are still alive at this point in time.
Okay.
All right,
Never
and
doubt.
then you also see
How-
that the hairy-chested, strangely attractive, more attractive as he gets older,
Burt Reynolds. Burt
person
Reynolds
like
in the
comes in
afterlife.
and just simply said, ha ha ha, and he just starts laughing at you a little bit and points and acts like he just dinks your nose just a little bit, and then he disappears. All right,
Rude.
their turn, and everything is dead. I think at this point in time. Let's see, we got a
Do we have
blink
one
dog
more
that's
horn
dead.
He boots
We have one horn collar that is up, and then we have 2 frontline medics that have been on the back lines the whole time. They are running forward, thinking that they can save Fred and some of the other flumps that
Oh,
have
they're
been
on
cut up.
the other team?
Well, I mean, they came out with their little satchels, and yes, so they're coming toward to try to save some of these souls. And you see that the horn collar that still has his foot impaled takes the sword and pulls it out. Blood starts it's an arrow.
It's an arrow, yep.
Starts kind of spurting out, and so then he starts running the other direction like he is retreating. All right?
Huh.
And I'm going to say you're close enough if you wanted to take a opportunity.
A swing of opportunity
Yes.
with my longsword?
Yes.
You want me to boomerang him in the back of the skull?
Well, you can only do that with a melee weapon, so
Well,
I would say
you're
that's
right.
the katana.
That's
the
solid.
winner.
Let's do the katana. That's going to be... Oh, let me roll for if I hit it first. No.
Are you sure?
For 11? Really?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It did not.
But I
You
want to
were
use my
right.
Kensei shot.
Oh,
I can use a
okay.
bonus action on my turn to make ranged attacks with the Kensei weapon to
means
deal
you
an
get
extra
advantage on
1d4
attack
damage
rolls,
of the
you
weapon's
don't
type
have
until the
bear.
end of the
Bear's the one
current
that
turn.
gives you,
Fine.
Doing
Okay.
it.
All right.
resistance on everything
You actually
except
can attack
fire.
again because it is now your turn.
But I want to use the Kensei.
done.
Oh, I can't on the other
Yeah.
one. Yeah. All right.
I mean,
Is he
you know,
But you
far
can
away?
do-
Has he escaped my
Making
range
death
now?
saves.
I mean, he's definitely within
I
your
know that's another
move
company,
if you
but-
wanted to do that.
All right, I'll follow him and do the katana again.
Okay.
And that's a
That
16.
definitely hit.
All right, well, then just slash him down then. Then is he dead?
He's going to be, yes. How would you like for him to die?
As he's running away from me, I'm going to take the katana and or it's a longsword rather, and it's going to be a full arcing strike from right under my arm, right up his spine. And I actually watch his 2 shoulders flay away from each other.
Oh.
And as he falls down, he's mostly just spine.
So they're killing things made of Play-Doh, and I'm fighting a red dragon.
You asked
Then
for
can I
it.
use
bigger
my
hero.
Kensei?
Is
Yes,
that
you
what's
can.
happening?
How far away is this
You're the
dragon?
bigger hero.
The dragon is close enough to be hit with a boomerang.
What about Kensei shot? Is that the same distance?
I am sure that it is, yes,
Boom.
for right now.
Do you want me to roll the...
Yes, make an attack roll.
Oh, man,
You
it
hit the
hits so
dragon. That is a
good.
very good roll.
It hits so good.
All right, so a boomerang is swinging over your head as you've kneeled down to try to talk to another beast or something that is actually a dragon. A boomerang swirls over your
Over
head.
my head, yeah.
It hits the dragon. It's okay. Just keep tweeting.
I'm trying to I'm trying to bring awareness to D&D Beyond. The single greatest gaming
Okay.
platform in the history of
So
mankind.
what was that like total-ish? Like 11? Is that what you said? No.
11. Yeah, that's what I said. Totally.
All right, so the dragon gets smacked in the head. All right. What
hit
do
the dragon
you do, Morgan,
Well,
with sugar?
The only thing that's up is the dragon at this point, right?
That is correct.
All right,
Oh,
so
really? On the
most
medic?
of my big
I think-
powerful spells are fire, so I don't want to do that against a red dragon.
That's a
because
great idea.
I am very smart, so instead I will chromatic orb him, and I will spell attack that +7. 15 to hit the red
That
dragon.
hits this kind of
Okay.
dragon.
Will you? My internet's not moving as fast as I would like, so will you tell me what that does?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Maybe it does
that is
78
it does-
damage.
I thought
3d8.
so.
It
Is
does
it
3d8.
3d8? Can I
3d8.
cast
First
it?
level.
Can I cast it at a third level?
I mean, I have a channel where we talk about this.
certainly
You
can.
should
So
check
is
us
that
out on
5d8?
Wednesday, so-
that sounds like it.
Okay. 8, 11, 17, 23, 26 chromatic orb damage.
Holla at your boy.
Gee.
Perfect. That is a lot of damage hitting the dragon. The dragon is still fine, though, because it is a chunk. All right? So
Yeah,
this
it's
is
a
a
chunk.
pretty big
got this,
dragon,
guys.
right?
Yeah.
Chunky boy.
And so what is Zorro doing?
You say that like it's dead already, but I'm just getting a hit on it. Am I close enough to it?
You can be.
Am I close enough to climb up it?
You're going to run like a lot to get to it. You're a little out of breath, but you could try to climb
Out
up
of breath,
it. Yes.
but enough to
Yeah.
get onto it and
I mean,
start
probably.
zipping
You're
away
Zorro.
at it with
Yeah.
my rapier. Sorry. So I'm going to try and climb up it. Do you want me to do it in some kind of?
No, you're Zorro.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you made it. Made it on top of
I
that
jump
dragon.
from knee to knee onto its tail, then back onto the back of
Okay,
its neck.
got it.
And 11 plus 6, 17.
That hits.
Nice. 1d8, 3d6. That's bad. That's bad. 3, 4, 8, 9 damage with all of those dice.
All right, so you're sticking the rapier into, kind of prying scales off the dragon on the top.
Yeah, if I
trying
find the
to
right
get-
point, I might be able to
Yeah,
control it.
That's
like a
it. So you're
joystick,
trying to do that.
right?
Lilu, what are you doing?
Lilu will look and see that everything is dead. Look to the red dragon. She's going to just point and say, "You shall not multi-pass." And she's gonna run. And she's gonna charge.
We're going to give you inspiration for the next 5 minutes, okay?
Lilu the Grey.
And I will do an attack.
Okay.
I will actually do 2 attacks because I get an extra attack.
Okay.
So I
Wow.
will slice and slice again.
All right, let's see it.
She's in
So-
melee with the dragon.
First
Yes.
attack is
Everyone in this game runs
Not
really
everything is
fast.
never- Please continue.
the 24 is the first attack. I'm guessing that'll hit. I'll try not to kill it for you.
Leave some
Just
dragon
do,
for Matt.
just do it because that'd be perfect.
The second attack, 16 is 22.
Yes.
So that is a lot. 1, 6. Help me do math. 8, 10, 16. How many do I get? Oh, wait, no, I take that back. Okay. What's 6, 8, 10? 14 points.
14 points of damage. The dragon still stands.
Oh, okay.
And it's at this point in time that the dragon says, why are we fighting? I really don't understand what's going on right now. You guys keep just poking me. What do you do, Sherlock?
My passive, well, never mind. I'm going to do an insight check on the dragon.
Okay.
I'm going to
That's
deduce whether or
excellent.
not he's,
Yeah, let's
full of
make that.
shit. That's probably not going to be that good. 10.
Okay, you have the feeling that this dragon was probably forced into similar circumstances as you, and might have even been on your team, but was just kind of like, let loose a little bit later, and then
Oh my
the
gosh.
barbarian threatened him,
Oh my
and
god.
then
The barbarian put his sword in the ground and got blasted for 50 points. The barbarian did literally nothing to anybody.
you yelled at him to come kill you.
You didn't have to accept it.
All right,
Well,
Conan.
given the evidence at hand, Sherlock doesn't really trust this dragon.
Okay.
Circumstances notwithstanding.
Yes.
So, my friends are attacking it. He's going to continue to attack.
Okay.
Now, could Sherlock
If your
use
friends
the
jumped
dragons
off a mountain, would you?
if I was on enough opium?
Okay, got it.
Staying in character here. Would you say that maybe in the tangle and everybody running around that Sherlock could get lost in the limbs of the dragon?
Of course he could. Yeah.
So I'm going to try to do a high check with my bonus action as I
Okay.
run up and pull my rapier out.
Got it.
So that's going to be 16 plus a number to 19 to hide.
Okay.
So is that hidden?
Yes.
Okay, well that
Very
means my
hidden.
attack is at advantage.
Yes.
So I'm going to try to stab him with the rapier.
Hit.
Hit. So yeah, I wanted to get
Oh.
that. Sorry, I wanted
all
to
those
crit.
dice.
He prepped all his dice.
Yeah, he
Um,
did.
Smart.
He knew it was
7,
happening.
11, 12, 15.
All right. So 15 more points of
Yeah,
damage
stick him in the armpit.
to this poor dragon that you've assaulted. And what do you do, Conan?
So I want to say that I was holding off last round until I could make an action, and then I got blasted. I never got to make an action.
It wasn't close to you, though.
He's running. He was.
He ran
He
past
was
you.
the other way. He was back there.
Everyone is really, really
700
fast.
but we're all-
And
We're
all of a
fast.
sudden now he's under the dragon.
We
And
only
then
have
I
an
am
hour.
waiting to attack, and everyone's running around in melee with the dragon.
Well, we were anime running
I
with
want
arms
you to know
back.
it doesn't make a lot. My wife's calling, and she's not happy about this.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Words with you.
Hello. She's not gonna be happy about me. hanging
Well,
up on her.
that's all right.
Okay.
I'll talk to her after.
So there I am.
All right.
I'm literally dead, but because it's a one shot, I have 1 point.
Okay, sure.
Because I took 2
Zorro
from the
damage,
Z.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was pretend.
You have
I
one.
healed,
Yeah.
so I have 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Nothing would make me happier than to die in this moment in glorious battle.
Okay. So if you miss, I'll make that happen.
I want you to know they will sing of me in song. I charge their dragon.
All right.
I get, because everyone else is in melee attack. I'm right. These things are the worst, by the way. I feel like I'm talking to NASA. All right. I have advantage because I am of the wolf.
There you are.
I charge,
Okay.
so I have +2 damage because I'm also raging.
Okay.
That didn't count.
Or does it?
No, I said it before it stopped. I actually fell out of my pocket.
But you checked it, and if it had been good,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
awesome. You blasted me with 50 points.
I did.
I'm gonna attack, and there's a charge in advantage. My high is 18 plus. whatever.
Definitely hits.
All right. I'm gonna take. Hold on.
You have a great sword.
I have a
2d6
great sword.
plus
Wow,
strength
you're good.
modifier.
I'll take that. So that's 6 plus 7, 8, 9 plus 10, 11 for rage. Right?
11 points of damage.
That really
All
feels
right.
terrible. So I'm gonna do something else. I
You
think
got
I
another
get 2
attack.
attacks. Yeah.
You do get 2 attacks. The dragon is still
At advantage.
standing.
15. That should hit. No problem. Same thing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How does
11, 12, 13,
14,
17.
Stop it now! How does it fall?
What?
How does it fall? Describe it to me.
Killed the dragon.
I go charging in. I attack once. I do an incredible move like this, and I like, what's that? And I look at, and I stab it the other way.
Oh, those are my moves, dude. I'm supposed to do that.
And the
I actually
dragon.
don't- I want you to know something. Right before it falls, I don't stab it. I don't drop it. I say to it, "We mean you know it once again." I'll take my weapon and stick it in the sand. And then, we mean you no harm.
So you're not going to kill the
I'm not
dragon.
gonna kill a dragon.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I know it's on its last throws. Obviously, I see it's on its last throws.
Yes.
And I'm gonna give it a chance to bow before me, Conan the Barbarian.
All right. So
I do not cry; he cries for me, and I point to Sherlock.
So the dragon at this point goes limp, and it bows its horned head
This is
at your
the
feet.
Greatest
Conan.
moment of Matt Lillard's
I
life.
pop up behind Conan and I go, "Oh, yo, Conan, you said you wanted to die in glorious battle. I can make that happen for you right now. Do you still want to die in this battle?"
I'll say dragon.
What do you do?
Dragon.
Yes.
She's challenging me.
Oh no, am I?
And that is all the time. All the time that we have today. Thank you for putting up with this insanity on this stream. This was a wonderful experiment to take a completely random encounter and see what happened with it with completely random characters.
Yeah.
I appreciate it from my cast. We're going to go around one more time, and you guys can again say who you are and say where people out there can find you. I really appreciate you joining us today.
Oh, thank you so much for jamming this great game for us, for having us here all weekend. I've been your host, Rachel, a.k.a. Seltzer. You can follow me on Twitter at SeltzerPlease. You can follow me on Instagram at the same, and you can catch me weekends hosting NPO, the PUBG League, and doing another league I'll announce soon.
I'm Amy Vorpal, and you can find me at VorpalSword on Twitter and Instagram.
Cool. I'm Tom Hazel. I'm in a game called High Rollers, which is a UK game, so 9 a.m. Sundays, your time. And that's where you can see more of me.
And I'm Hope Lavelle. You can find me on Twitter at Real Hope Lavelle. That's REEL, like the movies. And watch me on Heroes of the Veil, Wednesdays from 2 to 4 PST.
I am Pruitt from WebDM. You can check our videos out on YouTube every Wednesday, and I'm also on Twitter and Instagram at JPruInc. And you should totally start a game called Adventurers League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I love it. Let's do it. And who are you?
My name is Matthew Lillard. I'm an Aquarius. No, I'm Matthew Lillard. You can find me at Matthew Lillard on Twitter. That is right behind you. If you can pay him back to the wide shot, that's my company back there. It's called Beetle and Grimm's.
There it is.
We make geek luxury items for the D&D world. We are huge partners of
Like this.
D&D Beyond and Adam, and you guys are fantastic in supporting us, so thank you very much.
All right, thank you. You want to say goodbye?
You want me to-
You've been hosting this whole thing. I want you to have the last
Is this
word.
the last moment
This
of
is
the entire
it.
stream?
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, bye.
Okay.
Thank you, bye. All right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Goodbye.
Oh.